Hello everyone and welcome to our game of World of Warships. Today's replay is from Admiral Kutuzov and he's in the Gearing, the tier 10 US destroyer. And right now we see a Minotaur who is lying an interesting smoke trail. I think he has... It's quite a big smoke trail. I think he is running the legendary module. I don't think it's worth it, but you know, opinions might differ. Be that as it may, he is on the map Northern Lights in a standard battle, which is not so nice. There are two destroyers, there's no carrier, quite a few Kurfürsts around. There is a Sao, a Moskva, a Cleveland and a Des Moines, so lots of raiders, but you know, it's a standard battle, which means they aren't fighting over capture zones, which means it's a bit harder to get to great raider positions for the raider cruisers, I suppose. Now we see the friendly team is focusing here on the left flank, although they do have quite a few ships on the right side as well, I guess. And interestingly enough, they found the Cossack. Shouldn't the Cossack's concealment be better than this? Anyway. So the enemy team has a lot of ships on the right side, and it looks like the ships that were on the left side are also going the other way. So we will see how that works. Now meanwhile, Admiral Kutuzov here is trying to hunt down this Cossack. The smoke from the Cossack won't last for a very long time. Now the Cossack does have Hydro, although it's very short range, considering ship detection. So there is something to watch out for, but I don't think this Cossack stayed in the smoke anyway. And Admiral Kutuzov he's keeping some distance to the smoke, but he just wants to find this Cossack, and it looks like he has. Now it looks like this guy isn't going to escape, which should be a good start. I mean, the friendlies already lost the battleship. How did they do that? Interesting position where the battleship was sunk, but I didn't pay much attention, I suppose. So anyway, the enemy team seems to be pushing hard on the right flank. They are even pushing through the 9-10 line. So the friendlies, they kinda need to make a decision. They can either push hard the enemy cap or they can go and defend. Now Admiral Kutuzov will go for the enemy cap, but majority of the friendlies might just go and defend. And you know, we will speed this up here a little bit, because mostly he's just sailing towards the enemy right now. An enemy that is sailing away. Now the friendlies keep losing some ships here, which is not good. But they do have still quite a defensive force. Now the question is, what will the enemy team do once Admiral Kutuzov enters the enemy cap? Will they come around and defend, or will they just keep pushing? And here we are going to go back to normal speed. So there is a Shimakaze here pushing the friendly cap. There is still a Friedrich here inside. The friendlies do have a Des Moines. Maybe the Des Moines can catch somebody, but with the enemy battleships pushing through here like this, Des Moines is probably going to get wrecked pretty down soon. And at this point, like, even the friendly Henry goes back to defend. It's like most of the friendly team is in defensive mode. It's just Admiral Kutuzov and the Sao who are staying here. Now the problem might be that there are still raider ships nearby. Like, the raider ships are the ones that are most likely going to defend. There is still this Kurfürst here though. I mean, this Kurfürst could easily just turn around. He does have Hydro. And I mean, this Kurfürst is so far away from the rest of the battle that there is really no other sane decision. But for now, I guess the Kurfürst... is he turning? No, I think he's... I mean, going to the 9-10 line is pretty much the most useless thing to do in this situation. But anyway, Admiral Kutuzov is getting raided. It's kinda expected, I suppose. But he's got some torps off against those cruisers. Problem is, like, there were about 3 raiders around there. Like, there is, I think that Cleveland might be coming back, the Moskva. There is a chance that the Moskva is coming back. Looking from the ship positions, it looks like the battleships are pushing there, and well, I assume that Shima is soon going to enter the friendly cap. Now down goes a friendly Yamato, but still a few defenders here. The Xiao could just easily, I think, join in the capping process here. And there is a nice torp hit on the Des Moines. But yeah, Des Moines still floating, Cleveland as well. And it looks like the Des Moines and the Cleveland are coming back. And there is even a Moskva following. So there is a triple raider coming here. But oh, the Des Moines was flooded to death. Very, very nice. So, the friendlies are still strong in their defense, like there is a friendly Republic inside the cap, so the enemy can't even start. There might still be the Shimmer around though, so the Republic doesn't really have much tools to fight. That's the Friedrich on the other hand. If that Friedrich comes in here with Hydro, oh, down goes the Minotaur. So, I mean, ship-wise, this is a disaster. But there is still hope. Friendlies are still capping. And, well, there is still this Zhao who will hopefully help burn down the Cleveland here. Not sure, will those torps hit the Cleveland? I mean, there is a chance, but considering how the... Ooh, it's going to be... Wait, what? So, he sunk the Shimmercars and the Cleveland, earning himself a double strike, and he got a hit on the Moskva. Talk about value out of this torp salvo. So, it looks like instead of just taking... friendly cap here, the Shimmercars decided, you know what, I'm going to defend. I guess the Shimmercars decided, let's play it safe, because, you know, the enemy team has such a ship advantage. He was like, no, I'm not trusting my team to defend, I'm going back. And then he, poor guy sailed into a torp. So, speaking of poor guys, the Moskva managed to get close enough to get a radar off. It's 15 seconds here, and... well, it got down to 10 seconds, but that's not enough. He got interrupted here. Now the Moskva's radar won't last for too long. And there is still the Zhao here helping. So Gearing and Zhao together, they hopefully can take the Moskva. Now it looks like he was waiting here until the radar... It's like when you start shooting, you have no idea when the radar is gone. Because you lose the radar symbol and you just get the regular detected symbol. I assume that might have been the reason why he wasn't shooting earlier. So I wanted to know exactly when the radar was gone. Now he deployed his smoke. And now he is opening up with his guns. Orbs are ready again. And, well, is, I guess, predicting that the Zhao is going more towards his friendly team. Which is a decent prediction, I suppose. So the... Moskva is taking a bit of damage here. Friendly Zhao is moving in. I guess the Zhao gets ready to help capping, which is a good thing. Once the Moskva is dealt with, the Zhao will help here. Now currently they can't start capping yet because the Moskva is still inside, but the Moskva is leaving the cap. It looks like the Moskva is trying to slow down. He wants to delay this, I suppose, as long as possible. But the good news is the torps are looking pretty decent. Meanwhile, although the enemy team has a huge lead when it comes to capping, they have 3 ships inside the cap and there is just a single Henry to defend. Now the enemy Kurfürst, who has decided to be useless, is still not arriving at the battle. That's good news. The Zhao, I assume the Zhao will join the capping force here, but it's one friendly that's capping soon too, because the Zhao will enter against 3 enemies. So it all depends how good the Henry can interrupt them, and it looks like he's doing a fairly good job at that. Also, it looks like the Alsace and the Kurfürst are leaving the cap. I mean, sure, if you are in a cap duel, right, then best thing you can do is just sail outside of the cap, I suppose. Not sure where the Zhao is. I mean, you would think the Zhao has reached the cap by now, but I mean, you'd also think that he joins the shooting here. I don't know. So, I mean, enemy Kurfürst has managed to enter the cap. We don't know where the Zhao is. Those 2 left. Is the Chopard also leaving the cap? I guess we will find out. Meanwhile, the friendlies are just capping here quite nicely, and they do have the cap lead right now. So our glorious defender unfortunately goes down, but he's done his job. The enemy team also did the job by just stop capping, I guess.
Engine boost deactivated.
Now I think the friendlies have enough fleet, even though the enemy team could get more ships into this cap right now. But let's be honest, the way the enemy team was sailing, I wouldn't be surprised if the remaining ships sailed outside of the cap too. Wonder where the Sao went. Maybe the Sao just snuck into the cap and, I don't know, was self-capping? Considering the enemy progress, I think it's unlikely. But anyway, so despite the enemy forces, it looks like the friendlies here win. Well, and here we are with the results. Admiral Kutuzov earned himself 2,215 base experience. Also, despite being in the clan no cap, he managed to win by capping. Obviously, shout out to the Henry, who valiantly defended and who made this victory possible by keeping some enemies interrupted there. Also, shout out to all the enemies who left the cap and helped secure this victory. Now, Admiral Kutuzov earned himself a devastating strike, a double strike, scoring 97,000 points of damage, almost a Kraken, but not quite. And well, he proved once more that capping wins games, and so does reading the minimap, I guess, and acting accordingly. So yeah, I hope you enjoyed that. I found this quite amusing, and I'll see you guys next time.